right, good Saturday morning, July 12th. So we're gonna go do this. I gave you a little preview in the last video. That was the crate it came in. And that sucker's heavy. BreAro. Not sure if it's BreAro, BreAro. I don't know how they pronounce it, but there will be a link in the description of the video. There's also gonna be, if anybody's interested in one, I think it's Andy 15 for a discount. I got a bunch of tools, a drill, some bolts. They send hardware and they send extra stuff like this rubber stopper that I put on for when the reel retracts. There's an extra one of these. The bolts they sent for the base, which I'm assuming they're for the base. Yeah, well, I'm gonna use my own, as you can see. I don't have a clue what size wrenches and stuff I need over there to take fuel, you know, the fuel hose, that's the existing fuel hose off and whatnot. I just went to the hardware, got that 3/4 male to female adapter 45 with a swivel, because, sorry to keep flipping you around, need to hook that there where the line is going to go in. I'm going to put this on the bench over there. So, and yes, it's hotter than Satan's balls again. It's supposed to be in the 90s all weekend. This is the only thing I'm doing today, and humid, because we got a graduation party this afternoon. Next weekend we have 2 graduation parties on Saturday and a family reunion on my mother's side on Sunday. So, but yeah, so let's take the gator over and see if we can't farmer rig something up. All right, so this is where it's going to go. I do like the fact that they slotted these holes. There was already an existing hole in this bench, so I just shoved a bolt through it for now. Took the magic marker and marked the other 3. That's where it's going to go. So I'm going to take this. I think it's either a 12 or a 14. This fuel line here, I'm going to take off that, my handle, because it comes with a handle, as you see, an auto lock handle. I'm going to hook that one here to the end of my filter housing. I'm going to run it underneath this bench. I know this is a little cobby, but rather than get a special hose made to run from that distance to there and be up here in the way anyhow, I figured go underneath there, come back through this joint, support joint here, and up to it, which is why I got the 45 with the swivel, so I can put it whatever angle I need to put it. So yeah, so the first thing I need to do, well, I guess it ain't the first thing. I guess I could drill the holes first. But I think I'm going to take this hose off first, get it hooked in there, and run it under just to see how much slack there's going to be. But yeah, so this is kind of a farmer rig thing, but I think it's going to work. All right, I got the hoses apart. I got that unhooked up. Ran through there like I wanted to. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of loop, but not bad. So now I got to pull that heavy son of a bitch off again. Let me tell you, that's built pretty good because it was heavy. Drill my holes so I can bolt it and then hook that end up. No, I won't throw away this. I think this is a 20-foot piece of fuel hose. I mean, I will save everything in case this doesn't work after a while. I mean, they did send in the kit, there was an extra spring because this is, you know, spring loaded. So you can tell this is where we used to work years ago before we had built the shop across the road. You couldn't even hardly back anything in here because the doors weren't wide enough. But that 50 foot will be nice because I won't have to park things so damn close out there to try and put fuel in them. All right, she's bolted. I put some pipe tape on that before I put my gloves back on to hook the 90 elbow back into that. So those of you who work with rubber, you know, them rubber gloves on, know they get a little slippery. So especially when you're sweating like a pig like I am right now. So I'm gonna put that into there, put it up, get it hooked on to there where I want it, the 45. And then I'm not gonna pull a tractor over here. Oh, actually, you know what? The Gator is a diesel. I can put some fuel in the Gator because I think it's half full. There we go. So, all right, let me get this finished up. All right, so I parked the Gator over here. I know I'm not 50 feet away, but you know, whatever. Yeah, it looks a little, you know, firmer wonky, but it'll work. So let's see how it works stretching it out over here. All right, it's locked. Oh, yeah. Probably help if I actually go turn the pump on, but there you go. You see how it stretches out and it locks. When you want to unlock it, you just give it a little yank, let it reel back in. My suggestion would be don't just drop it and let it, phew. But yeah. All right, so it took a few seconds to, you know, go through all the hoses. I hope not to spill any here, but there you go. I hope you can see that. Yeah, the Gator isn't very empty, by the way. But yeah, she's flowing good. All right. I don't know how well you guys saw that, so I'm gonna walk over here and do this. I just thought of this idea. Bear with me. Take the fill pump off, or the fill area off. There you go. Whoops. All right, we're gonna stop doing that now so that we don't spill fuel all over. You get the idea, it works. And now we're gonna retract it. I made a mess. Yes, I made a mess. So now we're gonna pull it out. Yes, I'll remember to put my cat back on. I only have two hands at the moment. So, and I'm gonna stand over here next to it. Again, I only have two hands. Let's look and see. I don't see any leaks. I don't see any leaks there. So that worked. The fact that I only have two hands, hang on. I'm gonna all right. It works, but it doesn't work very good with a camera in your hand. Okay? So, because I was trying to hold the hose while it was retracting, and so I'm shutting you off. All right, so actually, yes, it retracted quite nicely. It'll retract quite fast, which is a good reason to have, you know, one hand holding onto it as it's retracting, as you're walking in with your fill nozzle, and not have a camera in your hand. Yeah, because she'll go, like I said, I wouldn't recommend just dropping it and letting it go on its own, like I do the air hose over there sometimes. So, yeah, I mean, this company emailed me. Want to know if I was interested in making a video about this. You all know how I feel about these videos. And you all know what I tell these companies. I'll try anything. But if it sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. My initial, what I think of this is going to work out really well. Like I said, it came with extra parts. There was an extra little spring, which I'm assuming is the spring, you know, that's in the reel here. Oh, sorry me, I'm just sweating so bad. You know, I'm not supposed to do that, but, and it's 50 foot. I see on their website you can get, like, this is 3/4 inch, which is perfect for me. You can get inch. I think they had even bigger than inch, because this is what I had, was 3/4 inch system here. BreAro, BreAro, not sure how to pronounce it. But, and like I said, there'll be a, Barb will put a link in the description. They said they'd do a, anybody that was interested in buying it, or one of their models, they do a, I think it's Andy 15. That'll be in the description of the video too. But, so yeah, that'll be kind of handy, and it's facing, you know, this direction to get out the door. And as you can tell with this thing here in the rollers, you don't have to go just straight, because obviously I went in at an angle to go over from here to the gator. So, all right, I gotta take care of that old hose so I can store that somewhere, and that's your video. So, not even gonna bother to do one more thing other than my t-shirt grifting, because I'm a t-shirt grifter. Push on the Grumpy Farmer Apparel link. But I will let you know how this goes, because obviously come fall, it'll get used a lot, because the combine burns fuel like a son of a bitch, and the big tractor on the grain cart. So if it takes a shit, I'll let you know that it takes a shit. If it keeps working good, I'm going to let you know that it keeps working good. I'm sure you'll probably see it in films, in videos this fall when I'm over here putting fuel in something. So, all right, see you in the next one. I will give you a quick little one more thing, I guess. So my recommendation for something like that is, it's kind of like this that I put up years ago. This is a 50-foot air hose reel. You know, if I'm working on something out here with the, if I'm putting air in tires, like in the header carts, and I just got to swing them around because I can't really get in here and whatnot, and I know I need 30, whatever, 40 feet worth of hose, I pull it out and then go to it. I mean, that hose pulls out easy, but I wouldn't recommend just pulling it out to what you're getting ready to fill. You know, I would pull it out, let it lock, and then fill what you're doing. Let's just say you want 2 hands. That thing's built pretty damn sturdy, and you don't want a camera in your hand when you're doing it, because it's, when that sucker started to retract, it retracted. So, but I think it's fairly heavy duty, and like I said, we'll see how long it lasts, and I will let you know.